The aftertaste of For Honor is a mixed bag. For Honor is a game with knights, Viking, and samurai. Knights, Viking, and samurai who were in a 7-year-long war with each other and other knights, Viking, and samurai to take over the surrounding land. While said knights, Viking, and samurai are being pushed to fight one another to see who is the strongest by Apollyon to shore out the wolves from the sheep. I don't know about you guys, but I've been looking forward to For Honor since the day it was announced. A game with 3 different factions fighting one another, with sick executions, 12 different playable character types, deep customization, and a unique fighting mechanic. My body is ready! Once I started to see more gameplay and all the other playable characters, I only got more excited. The second the alpha and betas came out, I would instantly download and jump into games, playing for hours on end, having tons of fun. The learning curve was massive, and if you didn't take time to learn the game and play the tutorials at the start, you will die a lot. But when the open beta came around, they obviously had characters that were clearly overpowered and many game bugs that needed to be fixed. And I was saying that the purpose of the open beta was so that on release date, which was 2 days after it ended, was so that the servers would be more stable. I'll come back to this. Then, on Valentine's Day, where you were supposed to love your spouse and family, the full game comes out for all the basement dwellers that don't have a significant other. And, well, the story goes like this. The Dice start off fighting knights so that Apollyon can get more strong members for her army. She then attacks the Vikings to shorten their food rations. The Vikings then attack other Vikings as well as Apollyon's men for a level or 2. Then the Vikings attack the Samurai to get their loot, seeing that Apollyon has some of their gear. Then the Samurai fight the Vikings for 1 or 2 levels before fighting other Samurai, all before attacking the Knights, aka Apollyon, leading you to kill Apollyon. All for the factions just to meet up in one place to start a huge battle, which starts a 7-year-long war, which is the multiplayer. Then, a Knights, Viking, and Samurai from each faction sit around a campfire telling the story of how they were each used to fight one another like pawns by Apollyon, only to end up with the Samurai telling the story of how they rose up and killed Apollyon! Only to have Apollyon say that she wanted this to happen because all the factions would be there to start a mass-scale war, and then they would declare peace. What the fuck did I just read? Yeah, that's the campaign in a nutshell. The story does have some memorable moments, like this Valkyr's dialogue.
So? What did they tell you?
I don't speak Japanese.
And this Orochi's entrance.
But let audacity grow into overconfidence, and he will deliver you to your enemies.
But the story isn't a masterpiece, so I don't see it winning any VGAs anytime soon. And when you finish the story, for each faction you get steel and some customization options for your characters in multiplayer. Again, I can say that Ubisoft did add a story mode to the game to give it a better value, unlike another Ubisoft game that just relies on you shooting other people in the face. For Honor is a confusing mess of MOBA-style micro-progression with combat that is somewhat like the love child of Dynasty Warriors, Dark Souls, Rock, Paper, Scissors, and Chivalry or Mount and Blade. And it all works too, sometimes. We have game modes where you're easily taking down large groups of minions like Dynasty Warriors or a MOBA. MOBA aspects where you upgrade your character's stats by equipping better gear that suits your playstyle. Dark Souls aspects for having honorable duels, sometimes. Rock, Paper, Scissors for the attacking, blocking, and overall winning of fights, sometimes. And Chivalry or Knight and Blade for the parrying, blocking, and attacking your opponent, and I've never played those games, so I'm just talking out of my ass here. Oh yeah, the game is also always online, which means you can't do anything unless you are online. So if you have a Walmart connection, then please take a seat at table 3, we'll be serving your head on a platter in 5. I never really saw the always online thing as a good thing, seeing that the servers are down, for maintenance you couldn't even play the story, or against bots to have fun. Then again, bots are just as evil as normal players, so why would you want to fight against them anyways? The game then practically amounts to a paperweight, or just empty space on your hard drive that might as well be that porn you begrudgingly have hidden away on your PC, also making you unable to play the multiplayer. Then there is the character customization. I do like what they did here with being able to change how your character looks along with the gear stats for each piece of gear. There seems to be a character for everyone, whether you are a white knight, a black knight, Cartman from South Park, a pole dancer, Naruto, or a fucking asshole. There seems to be someone to suit your playstyle in multiplayer. I personally play as the Nobushi. With her long range and bleed effect to some of her attacks, she seems like a more balanced character. At least to me. Unlike other characters whose moves seem to happen within half a millisecond, like Miss Roberto McStabby Stab. The ornaments on your character all look cool and yeah, I get it, I'm just delaying and I might as well talk about the multiplayer. I try not to, as this is what the game was hyped around and was made for. But seeing this game is a online only game, I have to bring up the multiplayer sometime or another. And even though I like this game, I am going to have to talk about its flaws for a while here. And the multiplayer is fun as hell, but also frustrating as fuck. Why is Orochi so fucking overpowered that you can almost never get a hit on them when they finally get going? Gotta have a character for all those weeaboos out there. Why can't you guard break your opponent when you are just starting an attack animation? Making it so you can never guard break them when someone is out of stamina and they just keep on swinging their sword and hit you over and over again? Nor can two guard breaks cancel each other out when two people do them at the exact same time. Why can't a berserker go through an attack combo of 9 to 15 hits and only be down 75% of their stamina? Why is rebalancing of teams for rematches so utterly fucked beyond belief? Why the fuck does Peacekeeper never run out of stamina, can dash around the map faster than you can say, oh fuck, I've been shanked, as well as can attack you faster than you can copy one? What the fuck just happened? And people say that Ibushi is overpowered. You want to play honorably? What are you, fucking high? You thought this game was called For Honor? What is honor? Honor is dead. Honor isn't here. Honor's for the Jews. Just gank. Nothing but gank. You are the gank and the gank is you. Take the gank out for dinner, fuck it, marry, and have ganky little kids with the gank. The game shouldn't be called For Honor. It should be called Gank Honor, because that's what this game amounts to. Games are fun when you are the last man on your team, and you see 4 guys running up to you to gang rape your ass. It happens in almost every game, because 90% of the players are afraid to fight 1v1 when they have a group behind them. I, for one, will at least bow and try to get honorable 1v1s, but most of the time people will just say fuck that and take advantage of me trying to taunt, and they will just attack me outright. And people think it is the best thing in the world to show games of them not being honorable, just because the game is called For Honor, you fucking walrus! If the game was called No Honor, would people be honorable? So counterintuitive. Good luck into any game that doesn't have an Orochi, Peacekeeper, or Berserker. It doesn't fucking happen, because the Assassin class is so overpowered you might as well be tripping over and falling on your sword before the fight even begins. And I will not play as any Assassin because they are so overpowered and broken, I refuse to lower myself to their level. But now everyone uses the same Assassin's characters in every game, and there is no variation, strategy, honor, or anything. It is just a massive sausage fest of ganks. Cause why would you pick a solo character who just looks like they're fighting to get their next cup of sake over someone who could sprint around the map faster than Sonic on speed? That's not saying that the Shugoki is bad. He is fun once you get used to him, and probably has one of the funniest executions. Balancing in this game is completely fucked. I've been put on teams with bots numerous times, and then seeing the entire other team have nothing but real players. It is so infuriating. Some of the level designs feel like they're just meant to be pitfall traps, so everyone can just knock you off the map and they could be not honorable again with no skill or variety. That is not to say the game is all bad. Some games you can get through and have some levels of fun. The game is the best when you're playing with friends and you're able to communicate with one another. At least then you can sometimes not be thrusted into games only to be served on a platter to the subhuman filth. Duels and brawls are where you can have some levels of fun, as there you will not be ganked as much and people do have some honorable duels. But the other 2 modes, TDM, which is elimination and skirmish, and Dominion, which is domination, capture A, B, and C, were the modes that were made specifically for this game, and those modes are usually played too. And like I said, I do appreciate the amount of customization for each character to outfit them with different looking gear so that you can change the looks and stats of your character. But you do need to prestige 3 times to start getting the cooler looking gear. Though sadly it takes so long to earn money in game that you might end up buying one of the few microtransaction packs to earn several thousand steel in the game so you can buy and upgrade stuff. I also do like some of the attention to details in the game. Like when you're out of stamina, you can hear your character's heavy breathing against your mask. They did a good job with the maps to make you feel like you are actually taking place in a war, even though the maps are just filled with stage hazards, or the damage on your armor after a long battle throughout one life. As much as I have bitched and complained about the aspects of the game, there is still fun to be had. In saying that, I can't stop playing it. This game has that one more game feeling to it. One more game and I will level up. One more game and I will get new gear. One more game and I will prestige. One more game because I want to win. One more because this game is addicting and I have a problem. Some games are really intense and can come down to either pure luck, skill, or teamwork. The game has problems, yes, but at the end of the day it is still fun. The game does earn some extra points from me for actually adding a story mode, as others would just pass on it. And they even did good with the Season Pass, being that the Season Pass has more points than the Flying Spaghetti Monster, since all maps and all new heroes are going to be free to everyone. So hopefully we will be seeing Romans, Spartans, Mongolians, Persians, Apaches, and gladiators, and there are so many other possibilities that it is ridiculous. Though I think they will do what they did for Siege, in that you will have to buy the heroes to be able to equip them with new gear, but you will still hopefully be able to play as them beforehand. So I guess to wrap up this absolute train wreck of my first episode of my review show, if anything you've seen or heard coming out of my retard interests you, then I recommend you buy it. Yeah, even with the problems I address, I would still recommend this game when it goes on sale, because at least by the sale, all the problems will hopefully be fixed. This game is a lot of fun, even if it can be frustrating at times. Though I think the biggest problem are the servers. It doesn't make a game easy when you're in a fight only to have the connection error, or the game just lags out and stutters. For entire days at times, I was unable to even play a game or get any of my orders done because I was getting constant error messages. Hell, it even just boots you from the game entirely. Or does